From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day. This is Dateline Malacañang. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday signed the Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers during a ceremony at the Malacañang Palace. With the enactment of the harmonized version of Senate Bill No. 2221 and House Bill No. 7325, also known as Republic Act, or RA number 12021, or an act providing for the Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers, the law aims to protect the rights and overall welfare of domestic and overseas Filipino seafarers, as well as promote their full employment. The law ensures equal opportunities in the maritime industry regardless of gender or creed, including access to education, training and development, consistent with existing domestic and international laws, standards, and conventions. According to Senate President Francis Escudero, the law is expected to benefit more than 500,000 Filipino seafarers, recognizing their vital role in developing the Philippines as a maritime country. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
Today, we gather for this ceremonial signing of the Magna Carta for Filipino Seafarers, an act that transcends what we have seen today, just mere ink and paper. It's way beyond that. It is not just a tribute to our seafarers' sacrifices, not just now, but over the many, many, many decades when they established themselves as the first overseas Filipino workers before the term OFW had even been coined. It is a tribute to their sacrifices, but a call, not only a tribute to their sacrifices, but a call to weave together a future that they can be proud of. One where their voices are heard, their rights are upheld, their families feel the support of a nation that understands the weight of their duty. More than helping just economic growth, helping drive just economic growth, our seafarers are the heartbeat of countless Filipino families. They are in many ways the heroes of the modern world, linking bridges between nations, connecting markets, carrying the Filipino spirit in every corner of the globe. But behind every voyage lies a reality that we, as a nation, have too often overlooked. Long way away from their homes and their families, the weight of isolation, of unpredictable conditions, countless threats to their safety and their security, especially this past year with what is happening around the world, especially in the Red Sea. Cargo ships and tankers traveling along that route have been attacked with missiles and with gunboats. Last month, it happened once again with a Greek oil tanker. And these are not just occupational hazards. They are actual human experiences. So today's signing of the Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers is our collective acknowledgement of these sacrifices. It is our way of telling our seafarers, we see you, we hear you, and we are here to support you. This would not have been possible. This would not have been possible without the dedication of our legislators in bolstering seafarers' rights, addressing their challenges, empowering their dreams. For this, we thank you all. This administration also extends its gratitude to all stakeholders who share their insights to make this law even more comprehensive. Our different perspectives helped us produce this Magna Carta that encompasses our shared goal to make Filipino seafarers, the industry, and the country prosper both in domestic and international waters. At its core, this new law aims to uphold the fundamental rights of our overseas seafarers, their rights to fair wages, safe working conditions, and skills and competency development, amongst others. But let us not lose sight of what these rights mean. Fair wages are not just about numbers on a paycheck. They are about the dignity of being compensated fairly for one's hard work and dedication. Safe working conditions are not just about compliance. They are about ensuring that every overseas seafarer who sets sail will come home safely. Skills development is not just a provision in the law. It is about upgrading their qualifications to promote career growth. It's about providing them tools, training, and support to become more competitive both here and abroad. When we speak of protection, we speak of shielding our seafarers not only from the perils of the sea, but from exploitation and discrimination that have too often been tolerated. Specifically, the Magna Carta will strengthen our legal framework to ensure that Filipino seafarers receive adequate training, secure contracts, just wages, and fair benefits. This will seamlessly align with the standards for training certification and the watchkeeping, or STCW, as well as the accepted global maritime labor laws. By creating a more robust certification process, we ensure that our seafarers are not just compliant, but exceptional and equipped to meet the demands of an evolving maritime industry. Clear protocols for grievances and disputes are also enforced to help resolve issues and concerns of our seafarers. This Magna Carta will also strengthen the role of our maritime institutions and stakeholders by setting the standards for the quality of accommodation, food, medical care, and other services that are provided for seafarers. To protect our seafarers from unfair labor practices, we are also setting up mechanisms so that Filipino seafarers is not just that the Filipino seafarer is not just any other worker, but a valued professional whose rights are protected by our laws. By prohibiting the imposition of recruitment, placement, visa, or other related fees, we hope to alleviate some of the financial struggles that our seafarers that they have to go through, even before they board a vessel to set sail in international waters. This law also confronts the emerging challenges of modern seafaring, including digitalization and automation. As technology reshapes the maritime landscape, the Magna Carta ensures that our seafarers are equipped with skills to navigate the future of the industry. It commits to lifelong learning and skills development, recognizing that the seafarer must not just adapt, but prosper in a rapidly changing and evolving world. To every seafarer, this is for you. You are the embodiment. The seafarers are the embodiment of the bagong Filipino spirit, resilient, hopeful, and always moving forward. So as you navigate the unpredictable waters of your journey, remember that your country stands with you, proudly cheering you on, and working tirelessly to ensure that every voyage you take is safer, fairer, and more dignified. This is our pledge, to sail with you every step of the way until you find your way home safely back to the bagong Pilipinas.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Malacañang on Sunday denied that Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. flew to Singapore to watch the Formula One Grand Prix. When asked by reporters to respond to claims that the president traveled to the city-state to watch the Singapore Grand Prix, Presidential Communications Office or PCO Acting Secretary Cesar Chavez said, the president did not go to Singapore. Chavez added that President Marcos's schedule this weekend included staying home with family, shooting his weekly vlog, and reviewing and signing documents. In a video message released on social media Sunday, the chief executive thanked all those who greeted him during his birthday on September 13th. On the day he turned 67, President Marcos granted farmers a condonation of their debts and gifted them with a new financing program that will boost farm yields and farmers' incomes, ordered the payment of the bills incurred that day by qualified patients in third-level government hospitals, and opened the gates of Malacañang in Manila, where food booths serve the public from all walks of life. Let us listen to Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s weekly vlog.
Ako po'y nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng nakaalala at bumati sa aking kaarawan ng isang linggo. Marami pa akong hindi na-replyan ng mga greetings pero nababasa ko po lahat yan. Mula sa inyong mga birthday card, mga sulat, pati na rin sa mga comment section, maraming salamat sa inyo. Gaya ng nakagawian, kapag birthday week, ay lalong mas malawak ang inaabot ng aming mga programang pagserbisyo. Siyempre, nandyan ang ating mga paayuda sa mga magsasaka at mangingisda, mga pagbibigay ng titulo at pagpapalaya sa utang ng mga magsasaka, pamimigay ng mga patient transport vehicles sa iba't ibang probinsya, at higit sa lahat, ang pagsasagawa ng zero billing days sa ating mga piling ospital. Ito yung mga natanggap natin mga birthday greets mula sa ilang ospital, at gusto ko lang ibahagi sa inyo at sagutin ng ilan sa mga ito. Dear Mr. President Bongbong, Happy birthday! Your serbisyong medikal para sa aming mahihirap ay napakalaking tulong para sa aming pamilya. Nais lang pong ibigay ng aming pamilya ang aming taus-pusong pasasalamat. Naway gabayan pa kayo ng mahabang buhay upang inyong maipagpatuloy ang inyong adhikain para sa inyong mamamayang Pilipino. Mahal po namin kayo. Kaming mga kamag-anak ng pasyente ng PGH. Ang pangalan si Cathy Santos. Naku, maraming salamat, Cathy. At ako'y natutuwa na nakatulong naman tayo kahit papaano. Ito naman ang susunod. Mahal na President BBM, happy birthday po. Maraming salamat po sa lugaw, taho at Jollibee lunch para sa mga kawani ng PGH at mga pasyente po. Malaking tulong po sa mga pasyente namin sa pay ward ang pagbabayad po niyo ng kanilang hospital bill. Pagpalain po kayo at ang inyong pamilya ng ating Panginoon Diyos. Caroline Cabal, PGH employee. Oo, kasama ko kayo. Kung hindi sa inyo, hindi natin nagawa ito. Kaya salamat sa lating mga health workers. Dear PBBM, salamat po sa pataho at patugaw sa aming PGH staff and patients. Maligayang kaarawan po. Sa totoo po, hindi po kayo ang binoto ko noong nakaraang eleksyon. Pero sa ngayon po, natutuwa po ako sa inyong pamumuno sa ating bansa. Salamat po at nakikita namin ang inyong pagtrabaho at pamumuno. Salamat din at mabuti kayong halimbawa ng isang leader, hindi lamang sa Pilipinas, pero mabuting leader sa inyong pamilya. Pinagdarasal ko po kayo ang inyong kabutihan at ang kalusugan para sa ating bayan. Mabuhay po kayo. Melanie de la Peña, PGH Accounting Staff. Thank you, Melanie. Kasama ko kayo pagka lahat ng mga healthcare na ginagawa natin, kaya magpapasalamat din ako sa inyo. Dear Mr. President, happy birthday po. Sana po ay lagi kayong malusog at pogi. Sana nga. Mr. President, ang hiling din po namin ay mapagtuunan ng pansin ang mga benepisyo para sa mga cancer patient na nakikipaglaban at lumiliban, dumadayo pa sa Manila para magpagamot. Sana ay makasama kami sa mga benepisyo. Salamat sa Jollibee. Malaking tulong po yan. Maria, alam nyo Maria, ganyan talaga, meron tayong mga tinatayo na tinatawag na specialty hospital. Meron nga isang malaking cancer specialty hospital na nasimulaan na sa Pampanga. Maglalagay din po tayo sa mga iba't ibang lugar para nga Kagaya ng sinasabi mo, hindi na kayo mahirapan na kahit malalayo, kailangan dadalhin lahat dito sa Maynila para mas malapit, ilalapit namin ang serbisyo ng healthcare sa inyong lahat. Lalong-lalo na sa mga kawawa natin, mga cancer patient. Dear Mr. President Bongbong Marcos, happy birthday. Thank you for celebrating your birthday with PGH staff and patients. Sana mabasa nyo itong message ko. Many infants remain unvaccinated because it's not available at Barangay Health Center. Please help or call the attention of DOH to provide Penta and PCV vaccine. Our children's health needs protection. Please help our babies. Thank you po. Isang mami. Nako, tamang-tama po yung inyong nasabi. Dahil kakasimula lang natin ng isang malaking vaccination drive na ginawa ng DOH. Unang-una para sa first 12 months na mabubuo lahat ng iba't ibang bakuna para pagkatapos ng first year ng bata ay makikita natin lahat na ng kailangan ng bakuna ay nabigay na. Kaya tulungan nyo kami para talagang, kasi kung minsan yung iba ayaw magpabakuna dahil natatakot sila, baka hindi maganda yung bakuna, baka lalo masaktan yung bata. Hindi po, lahat itong mga binibigay namin bakuna, tested po ito. Ilang taon na pong ginagamit yan. Kaya puntahan ninyo, kung meron kayong mga sanggol, kung meron kayong maliliit na bata, dalhin nyo po, meron na tayong vaccination program. At ang pinakauna talaga na tinutulungan natin ay yung first 12 months ng bata. Tama-tama po yung inyong sinabi at nakita rin namin ng pangangailangan na yan, kaya't naglagay po kami ng programang ganito. Ito galing kay Angelo Arcangel. This handog ng Pangulo reminds us that every Filipino deserves access to healthcare. Salute PBBM. Tamang totoong-totoo yan. Yung programa nga namin bawat buhay mahalaga dahil talagang kailangan natin patibayin yung healthcare natin. Naramdaman kasi natin yan nung COVID, may pagkukulang talaga sa sistema natin ng healthcare. Kaya riniremedyohan natin yan, kaya gagawa natin ng paraan. Imbis na kayo po na mga pasyente ang pupunta sa ospital, hahanapin namin kayo para mabigyan kayo ng tulong. Ito naman ay galing kay Madi. Happy birthday po, BBBM. Thank you. Isa po kami sa nakinabang sa inyong program. Isang buwan po kami na-confine sa NKTI. Napakaganda ng serbisyo, magagaling ang mga doktor at nurse, at higit sa lahat, wala po kami binayaran. Salamat po marami. Mahal po namin kayo. Mahal po namin kayo. Napakaganda namang pakinggan. Lahat yan, talaga naman, dapat ginagawa. Matagal na dapat natin ginagawa yan. Nabigyan tayo ng pagkakataon na gawin itong ganitong klaseng tulong. Mabuti naman at kayo'y natulungan. Maraming salamat sa happy birthday ninyo. Adrian Bianca, sana po everyday kailangan po yan ng mga kababayan natin, President. Every day should ensure zero billing for patients in public hospitals. Our public healthcare system needs the full support of the government, and public hospitals depend on it to deliver free, quality care to the people. Let's fight for universal health care, where financial burdens no longer prevent access to essential medical services. Public hospitals need you. Let's prioritize the health and well-being of all Filipino citizens. Naku, sang-ayon ako dyan. Totoo lahat ng sinabi mo dyan, Adrian. Sana nga, pagka mapalaki natin ang PhilHealth, yung health insurance, mas malaki ang kayang bayaran ng ating health insurance system. Mababawasan talaga ang kailangan bayaran ng bawat pasyente. Number one para sa akin, sa priority ng ginagawa ng pamahalaan, yung healthcare. Alicari Limas Apolinaria. Still thankful to this effort, though this is just a band-aid solution, the real needs of the Filipino people. It is only for a day. Still, do not be deceived by this. The money is coming from our taxes, after all. Tamang-tama ang lahat ng kanyang sinabi. Totoo yan. Ay, nako, nakakapanghinaya na nagagawa lang natin ito once in a while, pag birthday, pag kami malaking okasyon, sana nga talaga araw-araw. Ako, kung minsan, pag nagpapasalamat ang tao sa akin, naiilang ako, sabi ko, ba't ako magpasalamatan? Hindi ko pera yun na binigay ko sa inyo, kaya hindi nyo kailangan magpasalamat, pera nyo ito. Kaya I agree with everything that she has said. Talagang yan ang laging guiding principle namin. Kung ano man ang ibinibigay sa amin ng ating mga kababayan, talagang dapat gawin natin lahat ng paraan para magamit ng tama itong pondong ito para maibalik natin sa taong bayan. Maraming pangangailangan ng bawat isang Pilipino at ginagawa namin lahat na kahit papano. Hindi natin mabubuo lahat yan, ngunit gagawin namin lahat para talagang malaking bawas sa bigat na dala, lalong-lalo na sa healthcare, ang mga pamilyang Pilipino. Sa isang bagong Pilipinas, lalo pang palalawakin at ilalapit sa taong bayan ang mga serbisyo ng pamahalaan. Walang pinipili sa pagtulong dahil ang bawat buhay ay mahalaga.
You just heard the weekly vlog of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, Malacañang over the weekend announced that Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has designated Justice Undersecretary Jess Hermogenes Andres as Officer in Charge, Chairperson, and Chief Executive Officer of the Energy Regulatory Commission or ERC. The Presidential Communications Office, or PCO, on its official Facebook page, released a copy of the September 20th memorandum from Malacañang that contains Andres's latest designation. Based on the memorandum signed by Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin on Friday, Andres's appointment takes effect immediately until a replacement is designated or until otherwise directed by this office. Andres previously served as Chief of Staff of former Vice President Noli De Castro. His appointment came after the Office of the Ombudsman ordered the 6-month preventive suspension of ERC Chairperson Mona Lisa Di Malanta for alleged neglect of duty over a complaint filed by the National Association of Electricity Consumers for Reforms Incorporated, or NASICOR. NASICOR's complaint stemmed from the ERC's supposed failure to recalculate the rate of Meralco that protects the interest of the public.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippine Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, the lead agency of the National Committee on the Filipino Family, or NCFF, urged every Filipino household to foster unity and harmony. In a news release on Sunday, DSWD spokesperson Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao encouraged all Filipino families to bond, to strengthen communication, and maintain healthy relationship with one another. The 32nd National Family Week falls on the 23rd to the 27th of September. Anchored on the theme, Pamilyang tutugon sa pagbabago ng panahon, or in English, family that will respond to climate change, NCFF will conduct various activities that will raise awareness on how climate change impacts families and the role each member should play. The agency also asked all Filipino families to observe the Kainang Pamilya Mahalaga Day in line with Presidential Proclamation number 326, series of 2012, which encourages mealtime together. The Office of the President earlier issued Memorandum Circular number 64, suspending work in government offices in the executive branch starting 3 o'clock Monday afternoon. A community garden activity in partnership with the Department of Agriculture, or DA, will be held on Monday in the town of Puray in Rodriguez, Rizal Province. On Wednesday, there will be an Interfaith Family Forum where DSWD Special Assistant to the Secretary for Special Projects, Maria Isabel Lanada, will share strategies on how to cope with environmental challenges and promote sustainable practices.
Dateline Malacañang.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, on Sunday officially launched the opening of the 25th National Maritime Week and the 29th National Seafarers Day in a ceremony at the PCG National Headquarters at the port area in the city of Manila. The theme of both celebrations focuses on the importance of safety at sea. During the opening ceremony, PCG Commandant Admiral Ronnie Gil Gavan emphasized the hard work and dedication of Filipino Marines. According to Gavan, it is important to promote the culture of safety inside organizations to ensure that every Marine can safely return home after their voyage. Gavan added that with the hard work on the Marines' safety, this will give inspiration to future generations of professionals in the maritime field. Admiral Gavan also mentioned the important contributions of stakeholders in maritime to improve the safety standards in the industry. In relation to this, different activities were lined up by the PCG for the whole week, including various maritime forums, seminars, and coastal cleanups that will continue until the 29th of September. The activities aim to promote safety and awareness of the environment to seafarers and the community.
Dateline Malacañang.
In a related story, the mega job fair at the SMX Convention Center in Pasay City, organized by the Department of Migrant Workers or DMW on Sunday, was flooded with job seekers. The event was part of the 25th National Maritime Week and 29th National Seafarers Day celebrations. With the theme Decent Jobs for Filipino Mariners, the event was attended by around 40 licensed manning agencies that offered more than 3,000 jobs in the maritime industry. Despite the influx of applicants, and even if the agency reached its target of daily number of registrants, they still accepted the resumes to be submitted to their agency of choice. 3 halls of the SMX Convention Center was occupied by the job fair from the original Exhibition Hall 2 in order to entertain the job seekers.
Dateline Malacañang.
And finally, the Philippines Land Transportation, Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, assured that they are ready to respond to the transport strike organized by Manibela and the Pagkakaisa ng mga samahan ng tsuper at operator nationwide, or PISTON. According to LTFRB Chairperson Chofilo Guadis III, they are coordinating with concerned government agencies and local government units, or LGUs, to ensure that commuters will be guided accordingly. Guadis said the LTFRB will deploy libreng sakay or free ride vehicles to those citizens who will have trouble riding during the transport strike. Following this, Guadis pointed out that the agency recognizes the right of drivers and operators to express their feelings. Nevertheless, the LTFRB called on demonstrators to refrain from causing traffic, especially in major thoroughfares. The national government remains focused on ensuring the orderly and continued access of citizens to public transportation.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, Radyo Pilipinas World Service of the Presidential Broadcast Service is heard over the following shortwave frequencies: 15.640 MHz, 17.820 MHz, and 12.010 MHz. You can also visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our posts as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day and stay safe.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.